Hello, my name is Cajalyn Varise, and today I will be doing an article evaluation on paper 1. The title page was included in the article. The title page consisted of 11 words, and it identified the focus of the study and the variables in the study. The abstract was also included, and it consisted of 4,389 words. The elements in the abstract should include a hypothesis, a research method, and results, and all of these were incorporated in the abstract. In the introduction and literature review, the author stated that the research problem related to the concerns, coping sources, coping practices, and coping attitudes of Black and Latino college students. You can find this in the first sentence of the literature review. The authors did not provide any statistics to support their statements in the literature review. The statistics were supported in the abstract. Previous research included that college students experience academic and emotional stress. Black and Latino communities don't use mental health services. Black and Latino communities turn to family for support and have strong family ties. Spirituality plays a part in Black communities and who they go to talk to. And that there was a difference between the genders and who seek to help before the other. All citations that were included in the article were also included in the reference page. The literature review consisted of summaries that were previously published. The author provided generalizations about the findings, which made the literature review a synthesis. The exact statement about the hypothesis in the article is, we hypothesized that coping would be culturally bound for these groups, with greater value placed on familiar, social, and other interdependent coping mechanisms and lesser emphasis on individual-oriented professional counseling. In particular, we believe that these studies would be more likely to rely on family and friends as coping sources. In terms of coping practices, we also hypothesized that they would prefer activities involving familiar and social networks. Furthermore, we postulated that Black and Latino students would have more favorable attitudes toward relational coping, such as sharing problems with family and friends, and less favorable attitudes towards professional counseling. Under the methods section, the author indicated that the participants represented the variables in the study, which were Black, Latino, and all undergraduate students. The author did not discuss how the participants were chosen, just that they were volunteers. The data was collected through surveys, checklists, and questionnaire. The researchers used the checklist to see who would qualify more through students. The surveys were used for students to rate. The results section of the article, the results for the answers to the hypothesis is answered. Percentages were used as statistics. In the discussion section, the researcher's hypothesis was restated in the discussion section of the article. In the discussion section, the researchers did not contrast their results, they just compared it to previous studies to tell how they matched. The author stated that there were several limitations in this study. Limitations that were not listed that I found was bias from the researcher not using a sampling method and just selecting volunteers. They didn't say that they used any type of other sampling, but accidental sampling was implied. Another limitation was that the researcher allowed the students to self-identify themselves. Being Black or Latino and no other Black genetical tests were used, and it couldn't represent the Black and Latino community if you were not Black and Latino. In the discussion section, the authors just stated that they wanted the results from the study to inform others about future studies, but they didn't say exactly how those studies would be used. Yeah. Thank you.